Welcome, War Robots fans. This is Cinco, and with the Scorpion making its way to the live server this week, I've been seeing a lot of questions around what to counter the Scorpions with, and more importantly, what not to counter them with, and what is really vulnerable to the Scorpion. So in this video, I'll go over some bots, modules, and of course weapons that will and won't work against the Scorpion, so let's get to it. Okay, first let's talk about the role of the Scorpion. The Scorpion's really going to be used in early stages of games more than late games because Titan burst damage is really going to light them up, and they don't have shielding or stealth to avoid taking Titan damage. They are a quick hit and run bot that's able to teleport in and unleash a big burst of damage in a short amount of time and then teleport away. That's really the purpose of the bot. Scorpions will use burst weapons like Cryos and Rhymes or Storms and Gusts to deliver a whole salvo of ammo into the enemy in 4.3 seconds for Cryos and Rhymes or 3 seconds for shotguns. So to counter Scorpions, we need an early game bot that does good burst damage in 3 to 4 seconds. It has to have the ability to tank, dodge, block, or redirect 200,000 in burst damage that either Cryos and Rhymes or Storms and Gusts can deliver in that short 3 to 4 second time frame. It should also have a fast cycle time of the special ability or have one that's always active like the Traditionalist Falcon or the Fenrir. The Ravana really fits perfectly to counter the Scorpion. It can transcend through the Scorpion's initial burst of damage, turn, and then unload its own burst weapons, which are already the most popular weapons on the Ravanas. Falcons and Fenrirs can tank the damage, then turn around and then force the Scorpion to teleport away while doing its own kind of burst damage. Invader can not only tank the damage, but it can also suppress the Scorpion and or jump away with its special ability. Blitz has a few options, including tanking the damage, but also suppressing the Scorpion, as well as getting a second special ability at 50% health if it has the right pilot skills. Nemesis should be a decent counter if you have Roadhog and the ability to get out of the Scorpion's range with your shield ability to block the incoming damage. The key is to keep moving while the Scorpion is teleporting and orients itself. That should be able to get you out of 50 meters range. As for the bots that are most impacted, I stuck to the bots that are close to the top of the current meta. Aljun will be extremely vulnerable after a flight, and the nerfed special ability cycle time will make it even worse. Leeches are also going to be very vulnerable after their special ability is used, and it will be important for leeches to use phase shift and or use their special ability defensively as Scorpions target them. Ares and Hades will have harder times than the Nemesis because of their longer cycle time of their special ability and their slower speed when their shield is deployed. Nightingale will also be vulnerable after landing, but the combination of its ability to tank, the Virginia Walker that allows it to fly quicker, as well as phase shift could make it a good bot to counter the Scorpion, but it's hard to tell right now. The best thing a Nightingale can do is save its special ability until a Scorpion teleports, and then know exactly where the Scorpion is going to teleport back to and fly there. Since the Scorpion will be using burst weapons, you're going to need burst weapons to fight it before it teleports away. Cryos, Rhymes, and Glaciers will be able to release all of their bursts of ammo within 4.3 seconds, so they should do nicely. Shotguns should come back a little bit because they have a 3-second burst time, and they're great because it helps that the Scorpions will be teleporting right into shotgun range. Redeemers and Terrans I think will work pretty good, especially on the tank bots as they're able to turn and just put a pounding on the Scorpions. Shredders have a burst time of 4 seconds, so they'll also do great against Scorpions, especially on a metabot like the Blitz. Also, I think the Atomizer and its variants could be viable because of the lack of warm-up time, the no lock-on required, as well as the close range, so the bullet spread won't matter as much, and I think they're going to get a buff soon, so they could be a viable option. Weapons that take a big hit are Scourge, Spark, and Calamity, which are very popular on Leeches and Aojuns, so this further punishes those bots. Punishers and Avengers are sustained damage weapons, and they also have a warm-up time, so that makes them less than ideal. Vipers are also a sustained damage weapon, so that's not great either. Embers, Blades, and Igniters will be okay just because they're at the top of their class for sustained damage. However, it's still sustained damage, so it's not as good as a burst damage weapon. And Pulsars, which are still relevant in the pre-Scorpion meta, will have their lockdown effect basically negated against Scorpions, as well as they're not great for close range brawling, and that's where the Scorpion teleports to. For passive modules, I think the Last Stand will be even more necessary. So as cool as having 175% damage because you have 3 overdrive sounds, it's probably not going to be very practical with Scorpions in play. Thermonukes and heavy armor should still be used depending on if you have a damage-based bot or a health-based bot. When it comes to active modules, phase shift I think becomes more attractive because of the Scorpion, because you'll be able to phase shift and then turn and orient and target your Scorpion that's attacking you. And advanced repair, of course, will still be great on the tank bots, which should be good at countering the Scorpion. The Titans that'll be least impacted are the Kid and the Arthur, and that's because they have built-in proximity defense systems that do damage within 100 meters, and that's where the Scorpions teleport to. That will also deter being hit by more than one Scorpion by coordinated teams. The Nodens will be somewhat impacted because it's most effective when hiding behind cover, and Scorpions can circumvent this cover by just teleporting around it and then dropping its entire payload on the Nodens. Outmings won't be that impacted unless they're within range. However, once they're in range, I suspect teams with multiple Scorpions will gang up on Mings and hit them all at the same time. So as long as Mings stay far enough away, they'll be fine. But if you have a machine gun Ming, you could be in trouble. As far as the Titan weapons are concerned, the plasma and rocket weapons are great options because they're burst damage weapons, with rockets being slightly more attractive because they do a larger burst of damage, and you also have a chance of damaging 2 coordinated Scorpions attacking you at the same time with their blast radius. Titan weapons that are somewhat nerfed by Scorpions are the machine guns due to their warm-up time, and in a weird twist, Pixana kind of nerfed their latest Titan weapons, the Scourge variant Titan weapons, because of their long lock-on time, and that makes them really ineffective against Scorpions because by the time you turn, lock onto the Scorpion, the Scorpion is already gone. Well, that does it for this video. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback on how you think Scorpion should be countered, please leave a comment below and I'll answer as many as I can. Thanks for watching and stay safe.